Welcome to Sooner Nation in Gaylord Family Oklahoma Memorial Stadium. As we'll see a squad from the SEC, the Vanderbilt Commodores, taking on the 24th ranked team in the land, the Oklahoma Sooners. Glad to have you with us for EA Sports College Football. I'm Reese Davis, David Pollack and Jesse Palmer with me in the booth. Guys, we are ready to tee it up. And the Commodores will kick it away to start us off. It'll be a touchback. The ball will come out to the 25-yard line. So Oklahoma's offense will have the football first. And what a performance this guy turned in last week. Spectacular in every aspect of the game, Jesse.
Well, I know one thing for sure. The quarterback is going to be looking his way early in this one. When you have a game like he did last time, your quarterback, you all of a sudden move up in priority in the pecking order for the guy throwing the football. So it's not going to surprise me early here if the quarterback looks his way, regardless of what the coverage is, based on what he showed last time out.
Yeah, and they were on the same page. It was fun to watch. I mean, you could tell he knew exactly where his guy was, putting up the multiple touchdowns. Like, it was a thing of beauty. Now, defensively, I also know that, and I know he's looking that way. So look forward to seeing the chess match with the defense and maybe ways they can take him away.
And the quarterback caught up to and sacked at the 12.
Terrible way to start this game if you're on offense. You've given up 2 straight negative plays. You ran the ball on first down for negative yards, and then you take a sack now on second down. That tells me this offensive line has got to wake up. You knew this was physically going to be a challenge, but you've got to get ready to go, and you've got to fire off the ball because going backwards ain't going to get it done.
Gonna let it fly. It's caught. Solid work and execution there. They'll have a first down as they mark it at the 40. The Sooners come to the line with a new set of downs. Looking to throw, it's Mateer. Got away from trouble and got rid of it. With the catch, it's Sategna. They'll finally drag him down, but not before he gets it to the 40, and it's a first down. Man down on the play as the officials take a break to let him be checked out. And the Sooners are moving quickly down the field. Grab behind the line. It's Sategna. He is going nowhere. Stop at the line of scrimmage. All right, guys, let's talk a little bit about Oklahoma. Big moment in recruiting last week. 4-star defensive back gives a verbal commitment. David, what's his adjustment going to be like?
Obviously, the adjustment of speed is a big deal, but that's why you go get a 4-star guy.
Oh, he's got some space. Touchdown, Sooner. And once he found open space, the band might as well start playing. That trip to the end zone is 25th career touchdown.
Man, he's been productive, just has a nose for the end zone. This dude's made big play after big play for his offenses, and that's 25 touchdowns, Palmer, on the ground for the big fella.
Pretty impressive, too, when you consider when you get close to that end zone, the defense is expecting run, they're loading the box, and still this guy's been able to find his way in. 25, it's a nice number.
Kickoff unit on the field, and this defense will be called on to protect this lead. And he'll just take a knee, and this drive will start at the 25. So the Vanderbilt Commodores offense will take the field for the first time. Let's take a quick second to call out some of the impact players their coaches mentioned in meetings this week. Anything you guys heard that really resonated with you?
Yeah, I love when coaches talk about guys that bring it every single day. Like, that we can depend on them. They can get other guys lined up. They're always motivated. They're always being a great teammate. These are the guys that coaches love.
And big-time players make big plays in big games, right? These are the guys that have to play well if they're going to win games like this. Be interesting to see what they do today.
Guys, let's talk for a minute about Vandy. For a lot of schools facing the hill they climb, you have to work the portal. But don't sleep on the high school recruiting either, David. They got a good 3-star running back just this past week.
Yeah, and you create some excitement, you create some momentum. These are the kind of guys that, man, they come in right away. They got a chance to play. Like, you're telling them the future's going to be bright. We're trying to build something special. We just need you.
And here comes the heat, and they get home, and they get him at the 21. The defense coming up big there. The sack is great, but the secondary deserves some credit, too.
No doubt. When you can cover like that in the secondary and drop back in your zone and only rush a few, and you feel comfortable getting home, and they're going to get to the quarterback, that is a great feeling, and it's fun to be a defensive coordinator calling the plays.
Third and long situations are really hard to convert. The defense knows it's going to be passed. The pass rushers are getting upfield. You're under pressure. You don't have timing. And as a result now, 4th down.
This guy is a daring punt return man. He's not going to settle for the fair catch. A solid return. Gets a little bit of ground for the offense. Now they'll try to cash in this drive. 1st and 10 from the 50. Dropping back, it's Mateer. Oh, he wants it all. Makes a catch at the 15. Touchdown, Oklahoma. Made the grab and took it on in for the score.
One of the reasons this offense is so exciting to watch, they've got guys that are dangerous after the catch. If this quarterback gets through his progression, David, he hits you in stride, these guys will take it to the house.
Man, it's your job to do the rest, right? You hit me in stride where I don't have to stop running. I don't have to break down. It makes it so easy. The connection between quarterback, wide receiver, you can tell this is a good one, and that's why they got 6 on that play.
Vanderbilt has the ball again, and here comes that Commodore offense. They've gotten off to a sluggish start and need to put something together on this drive. Off the play fake on 1st down to throw. And the pass rush is effective, and they tackle him at the 19.
Oftentimes with play action, you're asking the quarterback to hold on to the ball a bit longer, and you're asking this offensive line to hold up and pass pro a bit longer. Against this athletic front 7 on defense, it's going to be tough.
Looking for a crease, it's Griffin. Shakes off the defender. And he knocked him down after a gain of 3 to the 23. Let's take a big view here about Vanderbilt. Great pickup on the defensive front. 3-star defensive lineman gives a verbal commitment last week, and you really need to bring good talent into the program. Maybe diamonds in the rough. At this level, that's how they thrive.
Oh, there's no doubt. And just some of these guys, they're not as refined, but they've got the tools, right? And so I think he's got the tools, and this is a guy that you can build around that defensive line. You need all the big bodies you can get.
This tight end is such a weapon because he can line up all over the field. That time he starts in the slot, he's running the corner route against zone coverage, and he's just got athleticism and wiggle and the ability to separate and make big plays. So nice to have a target like that.
From the gun, they'll try to impose their running game. They stop him behind the line of scrimmage. He ran through one guy, but not through the rest. Guys, let's talk for a minute about Vandy. Good pickup on the recruiting trail last week. 3-star offensive lineman gives them a verbal, and this is the type of talent they need to get into the program and then develop.
Yeah, and this really was more of an emotional decision, I think, for him as well. He's been a fan of this program ever since he was a young boy, and now he's getting a chance to live out his dreams. As a 3-star, he had opportunities to go elsewhere, to play in better conferences against better competition, but this for him felt like home, and now he has a chance to go out and live that dream.
The Commodores are moving quickly down the field. Wants to throw on 1st down off the play fake. And they won't make the connection going for the big play.
That's not an easy throw to hit, I will say it. Dagger throw, it takes time to develop. You really got to sell the route, and the quarterback has got to put that in an area and anticipate the throw, just not on the same page with his receiver on that.
Power football with the run. There he goes.
And those plays from a defensive perspective, man, they're just super annoying because now I'm in the worst spot ever. Third and manageable. Like, I don't know if you're passing, don't know if you're running. So nice job by this offense keeping this defense off balance and creating a third down opportunity that's in their favor.
Sooner Nation bearing down on this offense on this huge third down play. Breaks the tackle. Once again, finding nowhere to run against this defense as he's knocked down immediately. Looks as if we have an injury on that last play, and we'll take a break to check him out. And how about this? They're going to send the kicker out there to try to put a thunderfoot into one. This crowd trying to do its part to get inside the kicker's head. It doesn't always have to be pretty, and that one wasn't, but somehow he hooked it just into that left corner. Now the lead is down to 11.
And this guy has been a machine all season long. He is absolutely automatic. You know you're getting 3 points when this guy jogs on the field.
He was hoping for something a little more dynamic, but they get him on the ground at the 20. A lot of field in front of them as they open this possession from their own 20. They'll leave it with him. They stay aggressive and push their way out to the 33, and it's first down. You know, Oklahoma's DNA is being tough. They have a whole drill about being tough named after them, the Oklahoma drill, and they won that one.
And we've seen that kind of come and go some throughout the years, but it started with serious physicality back in the day when they ran the option and just hit you in the mouth. But, you know, football's involved, and that's the one thing about this offense. Can they keep their physicality and assert their physicality? The good Oklahoma teams are physical.
Working well behind the sticks on second down. They'll move the wide receiver. Touch pass on the run. He's there to make the stop, and they threw it in reverse, losing yardage on that play. We reach the quarter break with Oklahoma on top. Really strong performance so far to be able to build a lead here in the first period as we look at the stats. Now to see if they can answer this early blitz here in the second quarter. So they had a chance to talk over this third down play to open the period. Wants to throw. It's Mateer. That's caught. It's Sategna. He's going to come up a couple of yards short of the first down. They were counting on making a few yards after the catch on third down. Instead, they're staring at fourth.
Yeah, and I think a lot of times you trust your guy. You throw it to him and you say, I can make somebody miss or lower my shoulder and get to the sticks. The defense had none of that. Nice job tackling. Nice job forcing the fourth down.
Desperately wanted to keep the ball, but they did not. He'll keep it himself. And a pickup of 8 opens a world of opportunities on 2nd and 2.
And you're seeing his dynamic ability to run the football. That time on the option play, I know he doesn't pick up the first down, but that's still a good chunk of yardage, and the defense wasn't ready for it. Moving forward, expect the offense to go back to the option play again and see if someone will finally take the quarterback and force him to pitch it.
Touchdown, Vanderbilt! A great catch and run for 6.
Man, this guy is an elite tight end. This guy is a dude. He keeps making plays like this. We're going to start comparing him to Brock Bowers and Kyle Pitts. The run after the catch, the big body, the athletic ability. He has it all.
And it'll be a touchback. The ball will come out to the 25-yard line. Guys, we'll get another look at this Oklahoma offense. We'll see if that failed fourth down in their own end last time, David, sort of curbed some of the aggressiveness.
When you hear about it all the time in football, go for it, be aggressive. The problem is when you get stopped, sometimes it puts you in a hole. And Jesse, now the offense has to come out and respond.
They were real disappointed not getting that first down. You could see it on the sideline. So let's just see if that's kind of galvanized them a little bit here to go make a statement and get some.
Breaks into the open. Finally forced out of bounds. Maybe a step shy of midfield. They'll mark it at the 49. Man down on the play as the officials take a break to let him be checked out. The Sooners come to the line after ripping off that huge gain on the ground, trying to keep it going. The give to the back. You'll take this every time. 5 yards on the first down play. Let's take just a second and talk about Oklahoma. Not sure if you guys saw this, but they had a big-time 4-star running back give a verbal commitment last week. What's his transition going to be like, David?
First of all, everybody saw it. It's all over social media, right? The excitement of landing a guy of that caliber. And just, I mean, that creates excitement in the whole recruiting class in this next cycle.
Back to throw, it's Mateer. Unloads to the wideout. Nice defensive play to get a hand in there and knock it away.
And finally, this quarterback looks human for one play. He has been lights out up to this point. Very accurate, making good decisions in a beautiful rhythm, and finally throws his first incompletion of the game.
Oh, they're after him. Caught in the backfield. It's Edwards. Good execution. They move the sticks, and they've got it at the 33.
Great job by the running back on this play. It's a big third down, and his ability to catch the ball, turn around, get north, make a guy miss, and go move the sticks. Awesome individual effort.
Movement on the offensive line. That's going to be a false start, and they'll walk it back.
False start on offense.
The officials offer the deal, and the coach accepts it. They will take the penalty. The Sooners are flying down the field. Here's the snap, looking to throw. Got it in the middle. It's Wheeler. And he'll run into the end zone. Touchdown, Sooners!
It's so nice to have these big playmaking tight ends that are basically oversized receivers. Make a play down the field to him, huge catch radius, makes the play, and then I love the run after the catch. These guys can do this nowadays. He does the rest of the work and gets into the end zone.
And he tacked on the extra point. Looks as if we have an injury on that last play, and we'll take a break to check him out. And he'll just take a knee, and this drive will start at the 25. Back and heading out to go on the attack. Last time they had it, they took it down the field for a touchdown. They can build some confidence that they could go back-to-back scoring drives here.
Yeah, and remember, it's not uncommon for offenses to find themselves as the game goes on. They had some things not go their way early, but they found something last drive, David. Let's see if they can build on it.
Yeah, you just pick and pick and pick until you find that place where you're like, okay, this is an advantage I have. They clearly found that dude. They score here. We're in for a ball game.
They'll try the left side. And he surges up to the 36-yard line, and they'll move the chains.
It's got to feel good as an offense knowing that early in the drive you can turn around, hand it off, get a push up front, and go get positive yardage.
They'll snap it from the 36. They've got a first down. Wants to throw on first down. With the catch, it's Brown. And this defense has its work cut out to get this dude on the ground. He was shedding serious tackles on his way to picking up the first. And the Commodores will line it up on 1st and 10. Making sure they have good balance, keeping it on the ground. That is a big win for this defense as they were right there as soon as he got the ball.
Well, they're just trying to run the ball, but that time there was absolutely nowhere for the running back to go, and as a result, that's a tackle for loss.
Back to pass on second down. Complete to the right. Turning it on. They are finding soft spots in this defense. He's got it down to the 25.
Man, if I'm a defense, I got to find a way to get some more pressure on the quarterback or disrupt their timing and their rhythm. I can't give them these big chunk plays through the air. I got to be maybe a little bit more aggressive or do something a little bit different.
Pulls and throws off the RPO. And this one will be stopped for no gain.
I like the idea on offense. You want to get this guy the football in as many ways as possible. So you throw him the screen quickly to see if he can make somebody miss. It doesn't work there, but that should not be the last time you run that play.
We've reached the 2-minute timeout, and a score on this drive would do wonders for their confidence. Backed up now, here's second and long. Looking to fire. He'll take a shot. Touchdown, Commodores! They get it into the end zone to pay off that opportunity.
And I tell you what, that passing touchdown, man, that should spark this whole team. Like, the comeback is more than on now. Like, they got the touchdown. They cut into the lead. You want to get a stop and go into the half, get all the juices, all the excitement, and be like, listen, the passing game's rolling. We got this. The comeback's in full effect.
And they tack on the extra point to cut the lead to 21-17. And let's check in with Kevin Connors in the studio. Kevin?
Hey, guys, let's take a look at what's happening in a great top 25 matchup. LSU is currently ahead in this one in Death Valley, but I can see Mike the Tiger out there pacing. This has been a very close game. They're up by 11 over Auburn. Implications galore inside the SEC, and we'll circle back if anything big should happen.
Oh, and how about that? I know Kevin and those guys will be keeping an eye on it for us.
It's an offense that takes pride in being physical. They try to get it going on the ground, but no gain on that one.
Just nowhere to run, not a lot of wiggle room for the ball carrier.
This defense came in knowing that they had to match their physicality. Let's see if they can keep it up.
That's the kind of play that can really get you going as they get it out to the 36. Man down on the play as the officials take a break to let him be checked out. Now from the 36-yard line, it's 1st and 10. Use the play fake, now to throw. Oh, he's going to take a shot at the DB. Snags it on the right. And they exploited that soft slot, and they get it down to the 35.
Man, this quarterback is having a first half. He's over 200 yards already, heating up, setting up. Dude, this dude might break his career high in passing. I don't know what it is. Somebody get stats for me.
Quarterback adjusting the pattern. Looking to throw, it's Mateer. Oh, he loves to fire downfield. It's caught. And what a job to get the foot down and make it a huge gain along the sideline. This offense has been running wild in the first half, but wait, they want more before they go to the locker room. Touchdown, Oklahoma! And they take it in for 6 more points.
You know, there are so many coaches out there in 2-minute situations at the end of the half with the lead that'll just be happy taking the lead into halftime. This guy's staying aggressive, though. Pedal to the metal, David, and you saw it paid off there for the touchdown.
And let's finish this half now. Now, we got a nice lead. Built a little bit of a lead, but the defense has to go back out there. There's still a little bit of time. So get that stop to keep that momentum you just got, and everybody will be jacked up at halftime.
Vanderbilt has the ball again, and here comes that Commodore offense. This late in the half, you're behind. You'd love to create something before the break to build momentum, Jesse.
But you've also had some miscues on offense, a big part of why you're...
Pressure all over the quarterback, and down he goes at the 24. We got a timeout here late in the first half, and they'll try to get more points on the board before the break. After not getting a thing done on first down, it's 2nd and long from the 24. Looking to go up top, and time's running out in the half. He's going to take off. And down goes the quarterback. There are penalty flags down, but it looks as if this might be on the offense. This defense happy with how that last play turned out, so they'll decline the penalty. The Sooner fans booming. A cacophony of noise at the Palace on the Prairie on third down. From the gun, wants to pass. Throws to the wideout. Got a man in the middle. The offense quickly calls timeout to stop the clock.
Well, look, that wasn't a touchdown, but that was a massive play for this offense. They needed some momentum. They needed to find a rhythm, and what better way than converting on third down. Awesome job by the quarterback getting through his progression.
And the defense holds firm. No pickup at all on that play. Back to throw, and they've got to be aware of the clock. He's picked off, and he's thrown a dozen of them. And they make the play to stop the scoring opportunity just before the end of the half.
Well, that's a huge moment here in the game at the end of the first half because the offense is trying to march down the field. They're trying to cut into the opponent's lead. But with that interception and with that return, the defense now, they put their team in an opportunity to pad their lead with more points here at the end of the first half.
Going over the top. Oh, he dropped it. That deep ball was right on the money. You just have to make that catch.
Well, the offense taking a shot after getting the takeaway. They're in what's called the fringe area. It's not quite the red zone, but it's a good spot to throw posts, to throw goes, to throw deep corner routes, smash routes, and that's exactly what they were thinking that time. Just a little bit off on the throw. Nice play by the defense, but I love the aggressive nature that time by the O.
Got a man. It's Edwards. Oh, he's got some space. Almost took it all the way, but a huge gain, and he has him set up first and goal.
Man, we knew coming into this game just how explosive this offense could be, and a big part of that is their ability to throw the football. They've scored a ton of points, and it's because they can generate plays like that. When this quarterback sees the one-on-one matchup he wants, he is not afraid to pull the trigger, and he hits a big throw there.
Just enough time to get off one final play of the half. Back to throw, it's Mateer. Lets it go to the end zone. Touchdown Sooners! Grab the short pass to put the 6 on the board. The mantra is always finish, and they're trying to do that here in the regular season with this Week 12 performance. And with the extra point, they're on top by 18. First half in the books. Time now to join Kevin Connors in our halftime update. He has been surgical, precision passes, using the scalpel, the fine instrument, rather than the blunt one.
And the defense has had absolutely no answer for him. Just, he's been down their throats all game long, a step ahead, understanding what he's seeing, and just destroying this defense.
And the Sooners will line up to kick off and start the second half. And it'll be a touchback. The ball will come out to the 25-yard line. Vanderbilt has it back and heading out to go on the attack. They come into this third quarter with a lot of work they need to get done.
Yeah, and it starts with this possession. And I'm going piece by piece, and I know this is coach speak and very simple. I score, I get a stop, I score, I can get back in this game, but it's got to be one drive at a time.
It's going to have to be, but I think the mindset offensively is we're probably going to have to score every time we get it because our defense has been struggling. They have not been getting a lot of stops, so this is a critical drive here for this offense.
From the gun, leaves it on the inside with the back. These little gains can start to add up as he gets it up to the 34.
Love to see this on offense. Early in drives, getting that kind of yardage keeps you ahead of the chains.
Wide receiver going in motion. Bully ball on third and short. He's not going to make it. What a job by this defense to stop him in his tracks. The Commodores send out the punt unit. This will be the second time they've had to kick it away. example of not settling for a fair catch. Pick up whatever yardage you can and help out the offense. Here comes the Sooner offense back onto the field. This has been exactly the way you draw things up, David. The offense has really been moving the football.
And it's been great execution. They've done exactly what they wanted to do. Build the lead. Now Palmer's a different animal. Now you got to protect him.
You can tell they were paying attention in practice this week in the film room because they have gone out, everybody right now on the same page.
And how about the work up front by that big defensive line?
Yeah, you just feel like the running back's asking for redemption on that one. You know, second and short, and you're giving him the football. He can't get the first himself. Now it's third down. He's looking over on the sideline like, call it again, throw me the ball, I can go do this. It's never a good feeling for the running back in that situation.
And I like the aggressiveness on third and short, trying to throw the football, take advantage of a look that they got. They weren't successful, and now it's fourth and short territory. Who knows what they're going to do?
Don't even think about sending the special teams out on 4th down and 3.
Here we go.
Grabbed in the backfield. It's Wheeler. Will not get there. A 4th down stop.
Great coverage on that 4th down play. Nice job blanketing the receiver out wide. The defense, you could tell, they knew they were going for it. They had a game plan. They get the big stop and turn it over to their offense.
Rush is on him. Trying to escape and get it himself. Across the 25, he's got room. They finally corral him, but he turns that into a big gain and a first down. From the 22 on 1st and 10. Looking downfield on 1st down. Bringing the heat. He'll try to do it himself. And a nice pickup on the run and gets down to avoid contact.
And he's just proving it time and time again, man. He has that feel. He obviously has the ability to pick up and put him down and go get first downs. But I think the timing of when to scramble and when not to scramble, he's really got that figured out. And you can tell it's going to be a big part of the game plan.
Stopped in the backfield. He's going to lose 3 yards on the play.
It'll be interesting to watch this offense really down the stretch because they can't really have that balance, especially when they're going backwards. Like, they're down. They've got to put up some points, got to get some stops. I think this offense has to be aggressive, and I think it's going to have to be through the air.
Defense rolls up deep in its own end on that last play. Now a 2nd and long coming. Now the play fake. And the quarterback is knocked down back at the 13.
That's an area of the field the quarterback just cannot take a sack on. 2nd down inside the 5-yard line. If it's not open, you just got to throw it away because now you've backed yourself up even further. It's going to be even harder to throw this thing into the end zone or to score a touchdown. It's going to be a learning opportunity for this young man.
Quickly to the flat, the wide receiver screen. They put it in the hands of their playmaking receiver, but he will be stopped short. It's 4th down. They'll try to cap off this drive with a field goal. Splits the uprights right down the middle. That'll trim the deficit to 15. Let's go to the studio now and check in with Kevin Connors. Kevin, what do you got?
Hey, fellas, here's a quick update on a top 25 clash today. LSU is currently trailing in this one, but it feels like the momentum may be turning. These Bayou Bengals have picked themselves up off the canvas before, and they're capable of it again today. It's less than a touchdown lead. They're trailing by 6 to Auburn. Just another week of SEC football where we've come to expect the unexpected. Fellas?
Thanks for the update on that one, Kevin. Let us know when it goes final. He now has 80 yards on the ground, and he just continues to turn in productive performance after productive performance. That's how you lead the nation in rushing. They'll leave it with the lone back. Brought down at the 46, but he got 10 on the play.
This shouldn't be a surprise to anybody. If you've got the lead in the 3rd quarter and you want to keep it, you got to bleed the clock. Best way to do that, run the football. And you're now seeing this offense call these run plays back to back. They are trying to be physical, and they're trying to stay on the field.
The offense setting up shop at the 46, 1st and 10. Right back to the well. Knocked down behind the line of scrimmage. He'll lose a yard. Looks as if we have an injury on that last play, and we'll take a break to check him out. Lost one on that last one. It's 2nd and 11. Quarterback making checks. Softened him up with a run, and now to throw. Got him in. It's Sategna. Found enough room to get it into enemy territory. They're down at the 43-yard line. The Sooners will snap it on 1st and 10. They'll give it to the back. A 7-yard pickup. It'll be 2nd and 3.
And winning first downs is a priority for a defense, and you can't get bludgeoned. You can't get physically beat at the point of attack. You know the percentages. It's usually pretty good on first down that they're going to run the football. So them getting that big...
A shot for the end zone. Touchdown, Oklahoma! And the beatdown has ensued. And after that last touchdown toss, look out, Baker Mayfield. Record could be going down for single-game touchdown passes.
And you think of all the great quarterbacks and the records that they put up with the Sooners, man. It's impressive. And this guy having himself a day, spreading the ball around, touchdowns palooza. What a nice day.
And they did tack on that extra point without any adventure. So that scoring drive took only 6 plays. They're ready to kick it away, and this crowd is buzzing after that last score. And he'll just take a knee, and this drive will start at the 25. Time for one more snap before the end of the quarter. Off-play action on 1st down. Working that left side now. He's brought down, but there's a flag on the field. Let's see which way that's going to go.
Pass interference. Defense.
They decline the penalty for pass interference, and they'll stand on the results of the play. At the end of the period, Oklahoma has the lead. Let's take a quick look at the national rankings to see how this playoff race is shaping up. One more period to go, and we'll see just how much fight they've got left in them. They'll go back to work with a 1st down in the final period. Motion from the back. They'll start this drive going to the air. Sends it downfield. He's got it on the outside. He gets it to the 31-yard line. A big play for this offense.
You know, as the head coach of this team, this is one positive you're going to take away from this game, is that your players don't quit and are still willing to fight. There's obviously a lot of things they've got to iron out offensively, and we've seen that today. But I do love the grit they're showing here late, still trying to make plays.
It's always interesting how people handle late game. Like, you know this game is over. There's not a lot to gain from it, but some people try to throw the ball deep and continue to make plays. They throw it short.
No more time to throw. Quarterback is sacked at the 35. Man down on the play as the officials take a break to let him be checked out. Now a lot of work to do to move the chains, keep this drive alive after that earlier sack. On 3rd and long, you'll need to push it downfield. Just threw that one away to avoid disaster.
The offense came into this game knowing that for them to win, they were going to have to make some big plays throwing the football. That just has not been the case. Here in the 4th quarter, they've been held to less than 200 passing yards, and that's really the story of the game, guys.
Down by multiple possessions, they can't come up empty on this. He'll take a shot. And it's incomplete. The long pass on 4th down is to no avail. The Sooner offense returns to the field. He might want another play. Back to pass, it's Mateer. Blasted as he lets it go. Missed his receiver there, it's incomplete.
I'm a little bit surprised they're still throwing the football here this late in the game with this kind of lead. They're on first down, taking a shot, falls incomplete, but obviously they're still seeing matchups that they want to take advantage of in the back end of this defense, so they're letting it fly.
From the shotgun, they'll run it. Maybe a 3-yard pickup there, 3rd and long coming up. Trying to pick up a first down.
And I know you can play these late game situations differently, but I love when you just stay physical. You run the football, you preserve the lead, you got great field position, you're in a great position to salt this clock away and get a W.
He puts him in business across the 50 into the 46-yard line. It'll be first down.
Here we go, here we go.
To the ground with the back. Stop behind the line, he'll lose a yard. Looks as if we have an injury on that last play, and we'll take a break to check him out. Lost one on that last one. It's 2nd and 11.
Let's go, let's go.
From the gun, the running back has it. And a decent gain there before the defense makes the stop.
And here's the mindset if you're on offense. Fourth quarter, you've got a huge lead. Obviously, you're going to run the football, but just be aware of the clock. You don't want to snap it too quickly. You're probably just doing safe runs inside the tackles like you saw right there. You just got to execute. You got to be aware. But you've got this game in hand so long as you don't turn it over.
3rd down conversions are huge, and they've got one, and they're at the 35.
I think one of the biggest reasons why the scoreboard looks the way it does is this offense has been dominant on 3rd down. They have found a way to stay on the field. They do it again here late, running the ball on 3rd.
They'll ride the hot hand. Runs through the tackle. They get him down, but he does pick up 3 to the 32-yard line.
And I kind of like how the running back didn't mess around. Like, just get downhill when you see an opening. A lot of times they close so fast, man. Be decisive, stick your foot in the ground, pick up 3 to 4, and we are not going to complain.
Hold offense.
We'll repeat the previous down, but this time the offense has 10 more yards it has to cover. Now on 2nd down.
Let's go.
Gonna run it. It's Edwards. Can't get him to the ground. He'll be forced out of bounds. Big pickup on the play, and they'll mark him down at the 28. Man down on the play as the officials take a break to let him be checked out. The Sooners come to the line on 3rd and short, trying to keep the drive alive. Leaves it with the back. There he goes. He's got enough. It'll be a first down. They've got it at the 12.
And this offense does it again on 3rd down. They have been so elite on 3rd down all game long. That's the money down. All the coaches talk about it every single time we meet with them. They've been brilliant at it. They've built the lead, and they've got a good chance to finish this one out if they keep that up.
Bought a little time, lets it go. Tight end finds a soft spot. That throw and catch gets them down to the 6, and the defense is running out of answers. Operating in the red zone here on 2nd down. They'll try to keep this clock moving on the ground. Touchdown Sooners! And they add 6 more to the board with that trip to the house. They give themselves a little more cushion as they try to reel off their 4th straight win.
Well, this offense has been physical. They came out in this game with a lot of pride and the ability out front and the belief that they can block people and get it done. They are dominating this defense. 3 rushing touchdowns now in the game.
Vanderbilt has the ball again, and here comes that Commodore offense. They've got it back after that last drive stalled out, and they were stopped on fourth down, David.
Yeah, and they put a little bit of a drive together, but, Jesse, they stalled on the other side of the field, and they got to find a way to keep that momentum going as they get closer to the end zone.
I agree. I do like their mindset, though, and I think they need to continue being aggressive moving forward in this game.
Didn't pick up a lot there, moved it forward just a few.
I think that time offensively, you're just trying to take what the defense is giving you, right? They're playing zone coverage. You got your big fella just working right over the ball. It's an easy pitch and catch. Just take the profit and let's keep going.
And the Commodores come to the line on 3rd and short, hoping to keep the drive alive. Fires to the big fella. They'll make the stop about a yard short of the first down. They didn't quite get that route run deep enough to pick up the first down. Now they've got a 4th and short.
And I think everybody at home tends to yell at their television set. Why aren't you getting past the first down marker? Why did you run your route short? Defense did a good job knowing where that was, but now, 4th down, offense has to make a decision.
Quarterback on the keeper. How about that defense rising up and stopping him short on 4th down?
Man, listen, we know this QB wants to take off. 4th down, go time, got to make a play. Defense locked in, dialed in, got to him, got him on the ground, didn't let him get to the sticks.
Great place to start for this offense.
Here we go.
Looking for space, it's Edwards. Knocked down after a 3-yard gain to the 25.
And that run really didn't go anywhere. A lot of times we don't focus on it enough, but how important those 5 guys are up front. To get on those defensive linemen, to try to move them out of the way, to get a run game going, it squarely falls on the shoulder of those 5 offensive linemen.
After the productive first down play, it's 2nd and 6.
Charcoal.
Red pass is complete. He's brought down, but it'll be enough for a first down.
Nice job decision-making by the quarterback there in the RPO, not handing it off, knowing he had to throw it, but then also understanding his open guy was going to be in the right flat.
Looking for a man. It's Mateer. Snagged in the middle. It's Wheeler. That one takes him down to the 13-yard line. 2nd down coming up on this red zone opportunity. From the gun, running back gets the give. He'll be hauled down just inside the 10 of the 9 as they're trying to turn this into a score.
Well, they're going RPO. Nice job handing it off, and really good vision there, just getting what he can get, right? Puts his foot in the ground, gets forward, helps this offense find positive yards.
They'll try to run for it. Knocked down in the backfield, and that'll bring up 4th down.
Well, the defense finally able to make a play, getting a tackle for loss. They haven't had many of those today because this running back really has answered the bell. They knew coming in they were going to have to give him the football, force feed it to him, and let him go to work. He's done that. Well over 100 yards rushing in this game, and the defense just has not had the answers consistently for him.
Touches on a great meal, didn't it, as they get ready to line up for the kickoff. On the move from inside his own 20. A stop and return right there, and that will do it. This one is in the book. Well, this one had all the suspense of a bug hurtling his way toward a windshield, and they did splatter them. An absolutely dominating performance.
Got to give the coaching staff a ton of credit. They obviously had their guys ready to play and motivated right from the opening kick. All 3 phases we saw just spectacular football. No mental mistakes, David. You really can't play better than that.
And it's really fun to do this. Come out and just dominate opponents, start from finish. Nothing to worry about. You just know you're better. You're going to do you, put up a bunch of points, and win by a lot of points.
Thanks so much for spending some time with